All right, guys, this is the legendary Ironman Stewart's Super Off-Road. This is the version for the NES. This game came out on Game Boy. It came out on Genesis. It came out on Super Nintendo. It had two different versions in the arcade. But this is the version that I grew up with, and this is the version that we're playing tonight. And if you had yourself an NES 4 score, it's probably the version that you played at your friend's house once or twice. This game is a top-down racer where we're going to be racing some pickup trucks on some dirt tracks here. The goal in our category tonight is to get maxed out stats in 99 Nitros. That will probably happen in the 13th or 14th race. Hopefully. If it doesn't, then things are going to get really, really tough, and we might not actually finish. So cross your fingers that it all works out here. We're going to get started here as soon as I submit my name. So are we ready on the timer? All right, cool. We'll get ready in 3, 2, 1, start. All right. I don't make the rules. I'm not even though I'm the world record holder for this game, I am not a mod. And whoever was a mod for this decided that instead of putting the games separately, because they're separate games, oh, that's a really bad start. They're all put in the same game, or the same game title of Super Off-Road, and then the different versions are put as different categories. But this game plays very differently than its brothers and sisters. The main reason being that colliding with cars is completely terrible all the time. In the SNES, the Genesis versions, the arcade versions, like blocking with the back of your truck is a huge advantage. It kind of gives you a little bit of a push. It slows the person down who runs into you. In this game, any two trucks that bump into each other, they just both naturally slow down. So we're going to try to avoid them at all costs. As you can see right now, as the gray one is deciding to drive into me because he's not very smart, the blue one has now caught up to both of us, and now we've got a three-way battle instead. So, yeah. The gray truck tries to ruin everything throughout everything we're doing here. And this becomes a little bit easier as we get better stats, but some of the tracks, the AI is just cranked up too high. And we're not going to win every single race here, but our goal is not to win every race. It's just to get all the stats. Alright. So there's $20,000. Okay. Alright, so then we're going to spend some more money here. We got the accelerator and the top speed upgrades. Those are okay. We probably wanted to come out of there with a little bit more money. So the items that are out there, you can see there's a little bit of it looks like a gift-wrapped present there in the lower right, which is amazing that it looks that good being that small on an NES. But anyway, that is a nitro drop. So when we grab it, we'll get 1 nitro. If they drop another item exactly the same as that, it'll have 2 nitros instead. And then the one after that will have 3 nitros and so on. So even if I don't think that, like if I had to spend 2 nitros to kind of get down there first, it's still technically worth it because it's going to spawn the next item drop afterwards. And then the money goes in increments of 10,000. So it'll be the first one will be 10,000, the second will be 20,000, etc. A nitro costs 10,000. So reasonably, especially early game, we want more money than we want nitros because I can spend money on nitros if I needed them. I can't spend nitros and turn those into money. I think that's a quote from Vin Diesel in Fast and the Furious, but I'm not sure. But we are running 3rd place here, which is good enough to pass, but not good enough for acquiring currency. Come on, get that money. There we go, and we got the win. Sweet. Alright, so we're going to get some tires and some shocks, and the accelerator again. I'm going to hope to get 200k by the end of this race and the next race so that I can get 2 engine upgrades. Getting the 3rd top speed upgrade seems to be like the biggest step as far as like upgrades making a big difference in racing goes. So if we get a lot of money drops here, we can definitely leave this track with 200k and get 2 engine upgrades. Alright, there we go. And the track progression in this game is kind of strange. There's probably 7 or 8 tracks in this game. We're never going to touch some of the later ones. But basically the way that it works is you do track 1, then you do track 2, then you do track 1 again, then you do track 2 and then track 3, then go back to 1, 2, 3, then track 4. And then if you keep playing, you got back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to be a whole lot of races into the game. You'll be 21 races into this game before you even see like track 7. So, or actually, that'll be when you start track 1 again. So, we'll see this track a whole lot, and you can see how much faster we are than the competition already because the AI is not turned up really high on this track. But when we get to some of the other ones, it's really brutal. And we're just going to try and make sure we stay on the podium and keep getting our item drops, because we're not going to win anymore. Even with the maxed out truck. Alright. Oh, we ended up just short of the 200k we were looking for. That's okay. Alright, this is the track where you can see the AI is just lighting us up. So we're going to try and not use too many nitros here, because we only got 4 left. We can get that money. And our goal is just to beat yellow. We can't game over if we finish 3rd, that's fine. If we finish 4th, we got bigger problems. So we're going to just try and beat yellow in a second. You can see we're gaining on him. Wow, he went out of the racing line to get that nitro from me. What a jerk. But because we know this is going to be a track that's brutal to us in advance, we don't use the nitro at the start, and we just try to save those, and hopefully pick up a few other here and some item drops. But I don't ever want to spend money on nitros, not until we get all of our stuff upgraded first, and then we just try to max it out and get 99 nitros. It's kind of a strange category that it just ends right in the middle like that, but because the game doesn't actually end and just goes on with all the tracks basically forever, we have to set a deadline somewhere for the category. Oh, that was perfect that we got those nitros just as Gray was crossing the finish line. Alright. Alright, this track's actually pretty friendly for us, especially now that we have the 3rd top speed. The reason why this track's so friendly for item drops is, like, see how far ahead I am right now? I don't mind giving up the lead just to make sure I get this thing. And yeah, I could have gotten that thing by going around the track again, but I want to spawn the next item drop as fast as humanly possible. So if there's a chance for the item to drop sooner, then I want to make that happen. So I could have given up, I gave up like 3 or 4 seconds in race time there, but that might save me a whole extra race down the road if I'm able to get enough items here. Now, we're not getting super friendly ones because they've gotten 1 nitro and 1 bag of money. There's another one. Let's go get those. And like I said before, you'll see them kind of stack. So now we've got 2 nitros in that nitro drop. The next one will have 3, etc. So I'm going to go kind of slow. Oh, I can go get this. Oh, they got it. Man. Alright. Drop it somewhere friendly, please. Anywhere. Alright, we'll just win and take 1st place money. Good enough. Alright, and we'll upgrade everything else. Alright, won't even need to use a nitro here because of how good our car is now. Oh! Lots of traffic. Get out of the way. Let's go get that nitro. And let's hope the game starts throwing money at us. Just these item drops alone make this run really heavy RNG. Like, you could play nothing but great runs over and over and over again and be in a prime spot to have a world record and just never get the item drops towards the end to support it. So this is another one of those games where just brute force reps will get you the lowest time, as long as you reach a competent level of play. Alright. So we're going to hang out at the spawn point. We know that there's only about 6 different spots on each track where they'll actually drop items. So, generally speaking, if the money values and the nitro values are high enough, I'm going to try and lag behind where I could be, so I can just stay just in front of 2nd place and give myself the maximum chance of picking up any items that drop. Because the last thing I want to do is get just far enough ahead that they'll drop an item behind me, but in front of 2nd place, and it could have been something I had. Alright. Oops, I didn't mean to buy a nitro there. Oh well. Oh, not that it matters, but we picked the Italian nationality for our driver because for some reason, I brought it up before, when they put them all in the same category, or the same game title, and didn't change the rules for each one, I'm pretty sure the person who wrote the rules for this game had never played the NES version. Because they simply said, alright, timer starts when you put in your initials. Which, in the other games, immediately starts the game, and you start driving. In this game, you have to then pick what country you're from. So it just adds more time to that. So that's not, it's weird that the timer starts at a different spot. But I don't care enough to complain. Not a whole lot of people on the leaderboard who are going to voice an opinion about it one way or the other, so I guess we're just all Italians. Alright. Almost maxed out on top speed at this point. You can see how much faster blue and gray are now. We just have to keep that friendly balance of, do I want to use Nitros to win the race and get maybe 20 or 40 extra or $40,000 extra, depending on if it's from second place or third place, if it's going to cost me 5 or 6 Nitros to do it. And sometimes that trade is worth it, and sometimes it's not. Like right now, our top speed's looking pretty good. We need some cheap upgrades the rest of the way. I don't mind getting a few thousand less if I end up finishing second, but I was able to get superior item drops as a result. So you just have to measure how much the variance matters in that case if you're close on it. All right. Yeah, we have a really odd number there. It's just kind of hard to think about the permutations. This is another track where the AI just seems to go so much faster than you at first. The good news is, though, that almost all of the item drops, except the one in the upper left corner, are out of the racing line. So we can kind of just drive our own race and stay in third place here, and we'll basically get all the items that eventually drop, unless it goes in the upper left corner. Because they're just not really interested in them. Their computer-generated racing line around this track does not intersect with the random points of item drops, so that's helpful for us, and we should be able to get that as well. We're so far ahead of yellow, I think I'm just going to do this first, in case it drops another one over here quickly. We'll still beat him. We're fine. The race ends as soon as gray crosses the finish line, so I'm not really even losing any time there. Yeah, as long as I finish ahead of yellow, I'm good. Alright, so we'll get this and this. We're almost done full upgrades. Alright. We want a lot of item drops now. We're in a lead with a fast car. Oh, we didn't get that one, but that's okay. Somebody else did. It's not gonna... It would be worse if it was behind the blue car, because then we'd have to drive all the way around. They'll never put more than one item on the track at once. So it's important to us that as soon as one item drops, somebody picks it up as quick as possible. And we're rolling good right now. That's the first money, so that's only 10,000. But this one will be 20,000, and they seem to be spitting out a lot of things at us here. 4 Nitros is nice. Alright, let's go get that. That would have been nicer if we were, flooring it all the way around, but the item drops are being really friendly right now. I kind of want to ride this wave. Alright, it's down there. The reason why I turned around back there is there's an item drop location right in the middle of that back straightaway, and had they dropped it there immediately, I definitely could have turned around and nitroed to it fast enough. Alright, we've gotten so many nitros this race. This is really good. Oh, look at that. It worked. Rewarded. Are you going to drop an 8 somewhere? No, we got money, though, which is fine. I like money. Sweet. And just like that, it paid for all of our upgrades, so we were just nitroing out the rest of the way here. So we got 44. It maxes out at 99 nitros, so we need 55 more of them. He got the first one. That's unfortunate. But at this point, we can also just think about the money that we grab as every 10,000 is another nitro. So there's 2 nitros there. So counting it down here. While it's not always the most speed running friendly thing to do, my favorite thing is when a run ends or is completed mid-race. Like, the goal is to get 99 nitros. Most of the time that happens at, like, the car shop in between the races when I just buy enough to get the 99. But sometimes it happens in the middle of the race when you just grab an item drop and it's like, boom, I'm at 99 now. Cool, we're good. And that's just really fun to me. Alright, second place is good enough there. Alright, I'm not going to spend any time clicking on it. I know I've got 10 nitros worth of cash. I'm going to wait till later to do all that. Get that money first. Ooh. Just happened to be driving by when a nitro spawned. Ooh, there we go. Another 2. Where's the next one coming? We're not winning this race, so essentially we have a little hourglass ticking, and it's going to be when gray finishes. So we're just going to try and get every item it drops. As long as blue and yellow doesn't pass us, we're good. We're not going to be able to get that in time. Gray's going to get it. Alright, there we go. Give me some more. Oh, yeah. And we're getting all nitros, too. That's the best part. Oh, had no chance at that one. We might actually get 99 here. We're picking up a lot of money. All right, let's see. Do we have more than 360k? Nope, we're so close. We gotta spend it, though, in case we get it mid-race. So we'll spend all the money. All right, time will happen if we happen to get to 99 nitros in here. If not, we'll have to wait till after the race. So we're going to need 3 nitros, that's all. So there's one right up top. All right, if we pick up another nitro, that'll be time right there. So get ready on it. That's money down here. Let's drop a nitro. Nope, that's money. And you're not going to pick it up because you're stupid AI. Who hates picking up things on this track. Oh, there it is! And time. We got 99.
GG. That was
nice.
1453.
Run completion.
1453. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Not far off. Pretty thrilled about that, to be honest. Sometimes it happens on track 13, but most of the time it happens on track 14 like this. So we'll take it for sure.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for having me showcase these 2 games. They've been a blast. It makes me feel like I'm in 2nd grade all over again because I played these games so much as a kid. So I'm glad I could share these with you, and I hope you guys really enjoyed them. I'm always grinding silly NES games like this. You can see it on my Twitch of the same handle there, MixMastaPJ. And keep supporting this this marathon. There's been so much cool stuff that's been happening, and the rest of the schedule just looks hilarious, and so many awesome games that don't really get enough respect as far as speedrun marathons go. It's like, this is the place where they all get to shine. So thanks so much for having me, guys, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the marathon.